In his 8 calendar years in power, former self-styled military president, retired General Ibrahim Babangida, wondered aloud how the Nigerian economy was able to withstand the huge flogging it took from those at the helm in his time. Many years after, the Nigerian economy appears to have more than 9 lives and exists in a world beyond our control. Former Emir of Kano and Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Muhammadu Sanusi, an economist himself, screams that our economy is about to collapse. Speaking at a colloquium to mark his 60th birthday in Kaduna, the former emir revealed that the country has stagnated in 40 years. He lampooned successive leaders for the perilous state, and of course, the North had remained an arrested environment following years of neglect and bad governance. Shute, do we require brute sanity to arrest the situation?
I think Mario Puzo says, the man who wrote The Godfather, he said, don't get mad, it's get even. In other words, use your head to correct whatever it is, wherever you find yourself. We need to explain something to our viewers. The Nigerian economy is not in Nigeria. I will explain to you. What is running Nigeria's economy is multinationals and the IOCs. That is what is running.
IOCs meaning?
International oil companies.
Okay.
And the multinationals. Check. The companies that are doing well have foreign backing in Nigeria. Do you understand? I think I was listening to Babangida yesterday. In the OPEC countries, Nigeria is the only country that does not produce its own petroleum products.
The only one of the 13 that imports.
What is running Nigeria's economy is proceeds, essentially, from the oil industry, which becomes revenue to government or tax paid to government, which then becomes money that you pay to salaries at the end of the month or what you pay to contractors. Either that or the loan, the foreign loan that we get. That is what is running the economy. You understand? That is why more than 90% of Nigeria's manufacturing goods, products, is produced in Lagos State and Ogun State because of closeness to the ports. I'm trying to describe what we are looking at. Nigeria's economy is not really working. It hasn't really worked. It's getting worse now because oil is not even doing well. And then we are not only importing more now, we are having problems finding the cash to finance our imports. I'm sure you have heard that our ECA, excess crude account is now $356,000.
From billions of dollars.
Exactly. So we are at a crisis point. Let's talk about December 2015. Exchange rate was 192 naira. Now, somebody was sent me a funny thing. He said, look, it's going to be 775 or 795 on the black market. Interest rate, you know, if you take a loan now, how are you going to pay it? Do you understand? Exchange rate is terrible. Interest rate is also terrible. The GDP that was rebased, and they told us it was more than $500 billion. They are telling me that it's about $423 billion now. Now, how would you know that it's worse? It's because even the Naira is weaker now. That means we are actually doing worse. Apart from the nominal figures, because of the inflation, it is even worse. Do you understand? I think Emir Sanusi has not even described the full extent of the problem we are in. We are in serious, serious problem. And look, Now, bread, yesterday, 2 days ago, they went to buy bread in the house. What we used to buy, as at early this year, 500 naira, it jumped to 550, it became 600, it became 650. Yesterday, they told me it's 700 naira. I say, wow. And then we are
That's
complaining
in your part
here.
of town.
Yeah.
In my part of town, it is
even
now
worse.
900.
Okay. And then now we are waiting for wheat. That the first shipment of wheat was moved on Monday from Ukraine. Whereas there are 13 states in northern Nigeria that grow wheat. Nobody has decided that we should begin to think seriously about it. And you know what? Planting season for wheat starts in December. We still have some 3-4 months to plant. Nobody is discussing that. So the economy is not moving. And then, of course, insecurity will chase any farmer from the farm.
Yes. Yeah. Jide, let me go a little biblical, if it does not hurt you in any way. In his parable of the talents, Jesus the Christ said, they will take from those who no get, give those who get, so that the poor will be poorer, the rich richer. The man standing on the sidelines will wonder, what is the Savior saying? If it makes sense to you.
Yeah, if we release money to buy vehicles for Nigeria Republic, that means that prophecy has come to pass already. That biblical prophecy has come to pass. People can understand why that is happening at this time. The other day we gave money to Afghanistan. This is a country that can't pay its bills. This is a country where debt servicing is already outstripping revenue. Giving money to other countries, behaving like a big man.
Big boy.
Bugaing like a big man. I just don't get it. The economy has not been properly managed. I think the viewers need to know exactly what Sanusi said.
Yeah.
Sanusi said, if you are running a company and your revenue from sales can't pay interest, you know you are bankrupt. He said, we are the only oil-producing country lamenting at this moment with prices going up over the Russia-Ukraine war. The Russia-Ukraine war should be like a blessing to us.
Yeah.
The way the first Gulf War was a blessing and we had so much windfall, Now, at that time, too, we didn't manage it well.
Even though you had money, never knew what to do with it.
Now, we are approaching a very, very difficult phase. The external reserves, we are told, has gone down to $15 billion, which is not enough to finance imports for a period of 5 months. So we cannot pretend that, things are rosy, this and that. The course of the research, I saw what the Economist Intelligence Unit said about Nigeria, that Nigeria is the worst in the world in terms of the debt to revenue ratio. And the facts are startling. When you look at, for the first 4 months of 2022, revenue totaled 1.6 trillion naira. But debt service came to 1.9 trillion. The variance is 300 billion is the variance. So we are already spending more to service debt than we made. The projections are also not working. You project that, revenue will be 3 trillion, for example.
Over a quarter or two.
Over a quarter.
So,
and what comes in is in the region of 1.3 trillion. So what do we do? That is a very dangerous sign. The finance minister is already warning that, look, we have to do something seriously, quickly. And Sanusi said that there's no sense of urgency on the part of the government. It was one of the points that I made, that there is no sense of urgency.
Yeah.
But here is the Minister of Finance saying that we need to take urgent steps to address the situation in which our gas and oil revenue projection, which stood at 3.12 trillion, whereas we were only able to do 1.23 trillion. I mean, we're in trouble.
You know, economics 101, as they say, tells me that if you are not a producing country, obviously you will be in penury.
Well, not necessarily.
Former CBA, well, we must doing something.
Japan doesn't have an ounce of iron, and it produces some of the best ship in the world.
Yeah, but it's producing. We are not. No, just a minute. The former CBN governor talks about his north, which is our collective north.
Yeah.
Neglect over time.
Yeah.
And this is not yesterday. So speaking to governance at that point becomes taboo.
Well, you know, he was pushed out of office for
No, you are telling me. Me, I don't know.
for talking too much. You see, somebody, a former commissioner for, I think, works in Kano State, I believe, gave a wonderful analysis of Nigeria's economy. He says South-South is oil and gas. Let's help them to grow it and develop it well to the advantage of everybody. He says Southeast is more about technology. The Southwest is more about commerce and manufacturing. And now says the North is the entire North is agriculture.
Yes.
So what we need to do to engage, because I think that's where you're going at, is that we grow agro-allied industry in the North to catch up.
So, sorry.
To add value to whatever is produced in the North.
The other day, we were shown the rice pyramid. You know, it brought some joy.
I'm not fooled by the rice pyramid.
Oh, okay.
I'm not fooled at
So,
all.
can you spell the food?
Leave the rice matter. Please.
Okay, I'll not go there.
Not,
But
I saw the rice. Do you
Lake
understand?
rice, yeah.
I saw that one. That one, just leave it as it is.
Leave it.
I
Let's
don't
not
leave them.
talk about it.
I've left it.
The truth really is that, okay, when we shut the borders, it was meant to stimulate rice production and other things. But the prices continue to go up. As long as the price of the imported rice remains cheaper than the one produced locally, you are not going to discourage smuggling and all that. So the rice, how can we be buying local rice for as much as 35,000 naira in some parts of our country?
I hear we must go, but finally, on a happy note, Lekon, at the Commonwealth Games, we have bagged 5 gold, and it's coming from women. I think that's...
Well, our women are doing well. We must thank our women.
Yeah.
Our men should
brace up.
Should brace up.
Oh, okay.